You weren't always big, but you were always the kid who made the swings creak. PE class? You dreaded it. Not because you were lazy, but every time teams were picked, you were picked last. And even then, it was a charity pick. The kind where the captain looks at you, sighs, and says, "Fine, we'll take him." You learned to laugh first, before they could. To be the funny fat friend. To make jokes about your body before others could weaponize it. But deep down, it stung because all you wanted was to be taken seriously. Then one day, a quiet coach in a white robe pulled you aside. "You ever thought about sumo?" At first, you thought he was joking. But that day, for the first time, someone didn't see you as a punchline. They saw you as power. It wasn't the food, or the robe, or even the ancient rituals. It was the ring. The way it commanded silence. The way it made giants kneel. The way you, for once, didn't have to shrink yourself to be accepted. You were big, and that wasn't a flaw. It was your weapon. The first time you stepped into the doyo barefoot, dust swirling around your feet, it felt like home. A sacred arena where strength wasn't measured by abs or jawlines, but by grit and balance. You slapped your belly, roared, and for the first time in your life, people clapped with you, not at you. The matches were one thing. The lifestyle? That was something else entirely. Forget protein shakes and gym selfies. Your day starts before sunrise, scrubbing wooden floors with bare hands, serving food to higher-ranked wrestlers, bowing until your spine screams. Sumo isn't a sport. It's a hierarchy. And at the bottom, you're just a glorified servant in a silk diaper. And yes, let's talk about that. The mawashi. You try doing squats in a glorified towel while 200 people stare at your butt crack. Dignity? Gone. Oh, you're a sumo wrestler. So you just eat and sit around all day? No, Karen. I wake up at 4 a.m., do 300 reps of shiko, stomping drills that make your legs feel like concrete pillars. Train until your joints cry. And then yes, you do eat a massive meal. Not because you want to, but because your next match depends on it. You're not building a beach body. You're building a shock absorber. And eating? It's not fun anymore. When food becomes your job, you stop tasting it. You eat until you're sweating from your forehead and your soul. You eat because if you don't gain weight, you don't survive. Try getting on a plane when your hips take up both armrests. Try buying jeans, or sitting in a school desk, or entering a doorway sideways. People stare. They whisper. They call you lazy until they see you move. You are fast, explosive. You can lift a man heavier than a fridge and toss him like a paper bag. But no one sees that. All they see is bulk. And when you walk into a room, you become the room. You could dedicate your entire life to sumo and still fade into obscurity. Because unless you're the grand champion, the Yokozuna, no one knows your name. There's no Instagram clout, no endorsement deals, no girls in your DM saying, "OMG, you're so thick." You train 10 hours a day, 6 days a week, and then go home to a tatami mat the size of a bathroom rug. The only people who know your story are the other broken bodies in the room with you. Broken toes? Walk it off. Cracked ribs? Tape it up. Torn knees? Don't be soft. Pain becomes a background noise. Like a fan, you forget is even running. There's no medical leave, no off-season, no complaints. Your body isn't yours anymore. It's a machine, and the machine doesn't stop unless it breaks down completely. After a loss, there's no good game, no coach to pat your back, no fans shouting your name. Just silence and shame. Because in sumo, you don't just lose a match, you lose honor. You walk back barefoot, your body still echoing the slap of your opponent's palm. You bow in apology, then eat alone. Sometimes you wonder if this is what you wanted. A life where your entire worth depends on one push, one moment, in a silent ring. You walk down the street and someone yells, "Hey, big guy, where's the buffet?" Kids giggle and point. Tourists whip out their phones, eager for a photo, like you're some strange attraction. But what they don't see is the life behind the frame. The grit, the grind, the sacred routines. They don't see you waking at dawn to sweep the courtyard, or the way you fold your bedding with military precision. How you spend hours in silence, mastering posture, controlling breath. They don't know about the 18-hour fasts during travel, or that your mother's embrace has been a memory for 2 years. You are taught not to break, to bow, to smile, to move with dignity, even when the world mocks what it doesn't understand. It's hard to swipe right when your profile picture looks like a lost sumo wrestler at a vegan yoga retreat. Sweaty, shirtless, and visibly questioning every life decision. People fetishize you. "Oh, I've always wanted to be with a sumo wrestler." Or worse, they look through you, as if size equals invisibility. You crave connection, but most people can't handle your schedule, your diet, your silence. You don't just need love. You need someone who understands the weight you carry, the ache in your joints, the way people stare, the pressure of always performing strength, literally and emotionally. Sumo teaches respect, obedience, and discipline. But it also teaches silence. You don't argue. You don't question. You bow. Even if you're hurting. Even if something's unfair. You're not allowed to complain. Because tradition is above emotion. So you smile. Even when your world is falling apart behind the shoji door. Because in the end, the ring doesn't lie. It's the one place you feel seen. Not judged, not pitied, but seen. For your strength, for your poise, for the way your presence rumbles with power, yet flows with grace. People don't understand why you do it, but you do. Because in that sacred circle, where two titans meet with nothing but willpower and weight, you find yourself. And maybe, just maybe, that's enough.